Assalamualaikum and good evening. Before we start our presentation on fire policy, let me introduce our group members first. The members are Nur Safrina binti Jeffrey, Sharifah Nur Alia Izzati binti Wan Sardi, Syuhada binti Syuhaili, Muhammad Amir Farhad bin Roslan, and Wong Wei Min.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today my group members and I will be presenting on fire takaful in Malaysia. Since this is a pre-recorded video, those who have any questions may ask your questions at the end of the presentation. So the general idea of fire takaful is an Islamic insurance policy that offers general schemes that operate in line with Sharia. The fire takaful plan is the basic cover provided by the takaful companies in the event of any losses or damages by fire, lightning, and explosion to the property concerned. It is also a way to ensure complete coverage for one's assets. Apart from the Sharia compliant aspect, this fire takaful plan is very much similar to the fire insurance policy offered by conventional insurance companies. And these are some of the fire takaful policy available in Malaysia. First, we have Ikhlas Fire Takaful and Takaful My Fire from Takaful Malaysia. Next, Fire Takaful from Etika Takaful, Fire Plus Takaful from CIMB Islamic Bank Malaysia. Maybank, they offer Maybank House Owner Householder Takaful, while Hong Leong MSIG Takaful, they offer Fire Takaful, and Zurich with Fire Consequential Loss Takaful.
Next is Syariah concept. There are two schemes applies in this policy, which are Wakalah and Tabaru. Wakalah is a contract where the participant appoints a takaful operator to perform a transaction on behalf of them in order to invest and manage the contribution in the general takaful fund in compliance with Sharia. With the participant permission, the takaful operator will deduct a certain amount as a wakalah fee for the services provided. The second one is Tabaru. Tabaru is a donation for the purpose of which is not commercial and is used to help other participants in times of misfortune for the purposes of solidarity, brotherhood and cooperation among participants. Contribution less wakalah fee will be credited to the general takaful fund as Tabaru. It is also known as cost of insurance in conventional insurance.
As we all know, different company offers different terms and conditions for their fire takaful. For takaful ikhlas, the term and condition are importance of disclosure, where participants must disclose all material facts that they know or ought to know. Otherwise, takaful certificate may be invalidated, and any change in any relevant changes must be notified immediately. Next, takaful contribution warranty. Takaful contribution must be paid and received by the company within 60 days from the inception date of certificate. Non-compliance of this condition will automatically cancel the certificate, and the company are entitled to the prorated takaful contribution for the period of the company provide the cover. Other than that amount to be covered, the property insured must be covered with appropriate amount, including renovation made. Property can be covered on market value or reinstatement value basis. If the amount covered on property is less than the actual value at the time of loss, participants are deemed responsible for the difference and bear a proportional share of the loss, while excesses are applicable for certain perils. Lastly, surplus. The company shall charge a surplus administration charge (SAC) of 50% of the gross distributable surplus arising at the end of the financial year. However, the company may at its discretion and where appropriate charge SAC less than 50% of the gross distributable surplus. Any net distributable surplus arising after deducting the SSC from the risk fund will be allocated in full to the takaful participant. If the amount due to takaful participant is less than the threshold, the amount shall either be retained in the risk fund or donated to charity on behalf of the takaful participant. Both the threshold and the treatment of such amount shall be as defined as in the surplus management policy.
I will explain what are the cover or benefits provided by fire takaful. The fire takaful covers loss or damage to your property due to fire, lightning, subterranean fire, and explosions. In considerations of additional Takafu contribution, some of the Takafu provider also included the coverage of loss or damage to the property caused by aircraft and other aerial device or article dropped therefrom. For this, I have done some research based on Google and found that there is an actual case happening in Malaysia, which is happening in Sabah. The aircraft drop and destroy or damage the houses, bring a huge or negative effect, directly affect the owners of the house. So some of the Takafu provider also having this type of coverage to reduce the risk, while other coverage provided by the Takafu also included earthquake and volcanic eruptions. In Malaysia, I don't think we have any volcanic eruptions, but yes, for earthquake we have offer Takafu for earthquake. Other coverage included hurricane, cyclones, typhoon, and windstorm. Some of the Takafu provider also included the coverage of flood, since flood could bring a huge effect to the property owner. So some of the Takafu provider included flood as one of the incident for coverage. Moreover, some of the Takafu provider cover the impact by any road vehicle, animal not belonging to or under the control of the Takafu participants. This means that any damages caused by external party could be claimed. Furthermore, some of the Takafu provider also cover bursting or overflowing of water tanks, apparatus, or pipe installed in or on the buildings covered or containing the property covered. Some of the Takafu provider also come out with bush fire as one of the external selection for the property's owner. Strike and malicious damage also as an external selections covered by the Takafu company. For some of the Takafu company, falling tree or branches and object which bring damage to the property could also covered by the Takafu companies. Now I'll pass to next presenter.
Next, I will discuss the general exclusion in fire takaful. Unless otherwise expressly stated in the certificate, this certificate does not cover 9 terms. First one is goods held in trust or on commission. Secondly is bullion or unset precious stone. Thirdly is any curiosity or work of an art for an amount exceeding 500. Fourth is manuscript, plans, drawings, design, pattern, or marks. 5 is securities, obligation, or document of any kind, stamp, coins, or paper money, check, book of account, or other business book, or computer system record. 6 is coal against loss or damage occasioned by its own spontaneous combustion. 7 is explosive. 8 is any loss or damage occasioned by or through or in consequences of explosion, but loss or damage by explosion of domestic boilers and gas used for illuminating or domestic purpose in a building in which gas is not generated and which does not form part of any guesswork will be deemed to be lost by fire within the meaning of the certificate. And lastly is any loss or damage occasioned by or through or in consequences of the burning, whether accidental or otherwise, of forests, bush, lalang, prairies, pampas or jungle, and the clearing of lands by fire.
Thank you so much for your interest and attention. Now, let's move on to some Q&A session.